First off, Andy Williams looks so wholesome here.
He's got a song called Canada, too. Canada. Have you heard that song, Bear? Canada.
No, I haven't. I don't think.
Hey everyone, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and today we are hanging out with two of the members of Need to Breathe. We have Josh and Bear here with us. Hi guys, good morning.
Hello, thanks
Good morning.
No, we're so happy to have you guys here today. Into the Mystery, your new album is out. First off, congratulations. In honor of that album, I thought we could play a little game where we're going to talk about some other album covers. So we're going to play a game called Album Covers Real or Fake. So I'm going to throw an album cover on screen and you have to tell me if you think this is an actual album or if you think it's fake. Sound good?
Got it.
Let's throw that first one up on screen. Here we go. We have our first album. Now this is The Doors. Do we think this is a real or fake album cover?
I think that's fake.
Really? Why, Bear?
Well, I feel like I know the Doors covers, but maybe I'm totally missing it. But I feel like I would know the covers to recognize it, but maybe not. Josh, you're the vinyl guy. You should know.
I'm confused. I for some reason I don't think the Doors are on Elektra, but maybe I'm wrong. So I'm gonna say fake too.
Okay, yeah. So we're saying fake for this one.
Yeah.
This one is actually real. This is a real album cover.
Josh.
I'm sorry.
So this one was from 1967, a real album cover. So our first one, that was a nice warm up. Let's throw up our second one on screen. Here we go. We have Andy Williams' Love Story.
I'll go with real. I see these all the time in like thrift stores and stuff, like Andy Williams stuff.
Yeah, so you know Andy Williams?
I do know Andy Williams. He has a great Christmas special every year that comes on TV too. So seen that a couple times. But I will say this one may be real.
Bear, what do you think?
I have no idea. I do not know who Andy Williams is.
What would you guess just based on the image? First off, Andy Williams looks so wholesome here.
He's got a song called Canada too. Canada. Have you heard that song, Bear? Canada.
No, I haven't. I don't think.
Okay, so Bear and Josh, what's our final consensus on this one?
I was going real on this.
Okay, real.
This one actually is in fact real.
Nice. Woo.
And this is also Andy Williams. We learned 27th album in 1871. So he is cranking out some Christmas music. All right, let's throw the next one up on screen. We have Fade here. Walk me through your thought process. And what kind of music do we think Fade makes?
I think I was in this band in high school. And
you're actually on this cover.
I'm like, that's me going through. We were like, man, our name is called Wheat, so we should definitely walk through wheat. That was our thought process.
Early 90s alternative.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's our final consensus? Do we think this is real or fake?
I think it's fake. It's too on the nose.
Ooh.
I'd say real.
This one is in fact fake.
Yeah!
Josh is coming through. All right, let's jump into our next one. This one is perfect. This is probably my favorite one that we have in the batch.
I hope it's real. I'm gonna go searching for it if it is.
Like you would know.
Yeah,
Maybe not. I mean,
that's like if that's a real thing, yeah, everybody'd be.
you would think you had seen it before. I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
You're gonna say
Yeah.
fake, Bear?
I'm gonna say fake. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Gosh, this is a hint you're giving me. This would be a tough one to fake. Like this would be a pretty crazy idea to have.
I love that the tagline is "Songs for Good Little Little Kitties."
It's true. It's absurd.
I mean, it's disturbing.
That's a way to put it. Yep.
I'm gonna say fake.
I'll go opposite and say real.
This one is in fact fake.
Yes.
But Bear, you're right. I did give you a hint that was misleading.
Yeah, I was like, man, she really doesn't want me to lose this game.
No, but I really do wish that this was a real one. This is amazing. Okay, let's check out our next one. The Home Wreckers, What Your Wife Doesn't Know.
I mean, how is she sitting in that armoire or whatever that is? What is that thing?
Logistically, it doesn't make sense, but
No.
it does it.
She's been hiding in the closet, Josh.
There you go. Oh man, I'm gonna say real.
Josh says real. Bear.
Real.
This one is in fact fake.
Oh man, I was so close to being just perfect.
Go with her.
It's so tough though. It's so
I
tough.
know.
They're so outlandish.
Well, all the fake ones we're totally gonna put in our back pocket for the next records. So they may be real
Just
eventually.
use them for inspiration. You can come back. You can have our folder of them.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw up our next one on screen. Song Cycle by Van Dyke Parks.
Looks like, I mean, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and say I think this is real. I'm into like 60s folk music, like Greenwich Village type stuff. I think that this kind of fits that vibe. So I want to buy this record. So I'm gonna say it's real.
You think it's real? You think it's folk? Okay, Bear, what about you?
I think it's real as well.
So this one is in fact real.
Nice
job. This one was 1967, but in fact, he plays pop psychedelic rock music.
Whoa.
But you're right, it does look folky. It does.
It does. Yeah. That's cool. I'm gonna go look for it. Looks awesome.
Okay, here we go. The next one up. Also, this one is absurd. We have me, my braces, and Wood, Oliver, Nicky, Mickey.
I mean, I guess that's fake.
He's like on at Dollywood on the weekends, but he's got his tapes in the back of his car. He's pushing them. I'm gonna say fake, but I wish it was real. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, so Josh, you're fake. Bear, what do you think?
I think it's fake too, unless it's a comedy record.
This is in fact fake.
Nice
job. But I do wish this one was real as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's throw up our next one. We have Judy Collins' Wildflowers. Is this one real or fake, and why do you think so?
I see a lot of these records too, like Judy Collins records. But I don't know if I've ever seen this one.
Where there's got to be a lot of Wildflowers record titles, but it's hard to think that the Petty one wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't have seen it when you're looking at the Petty.
It looks it looks a little blurred out too in the back. Like,
it's like, what is it what's that song? I guess it's like rack focus on the flowers.
Yeah. An artistic choice for sure.
I don't know. Going on this game so far, I'm going to say this is real.
Bear, are you mad at the game now?
I don't know about this game. This is.
Josh, what do you say?
I'll say fake just to go against that, but it totally could be real. But I kind of don't. Also, the lowercase W, I'm like that feels like. I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
That choice.
Okay, I thought the same thing, but this is in fact real. Bear got that one. This is real. 1967 again. 6th studio album, folk music, and also the highest charting album, which is wild.
Wow, that is wild.
All right, let's throw up our next one. We have 3 The Hard Way, Schoolgirls of Alabama.
The Hard Way?
Yeah. I'm gonna say fake, but that's hilarious. That's a great picture.
But this is a nice photo shoot. The outfits are all coordinated. We have the hats.
It's a great photo shoot. Yeah, Mama did good. This is the truth.
I have to say fake as well.
Okay, Bear says fake. Josh, you say fake? Mm-hmm. This is, in fact, fake.
Nice.
This seems a little too obvious. Okay, so we have our last one for you. Let's throw it up. Do we think this one's real or fake?
It's hard to say. I mean, like they're just sitting there in a field. They're not happy for sure.
I know. I don't like the beans are looking away from the camera either. That just so posed. It looks.
I don't trust anybody that can't look at the camera.
And these guys don't look like they could afford to be in front of a house like that.
So this one is in fact real.
Oh.
Obviously. Do you recognize it? No.
No.
First off, guys, congrats. I know we've been talking all about it. Into the Mystery, the album artwork. Tell me a little bit about how you decided on this one for the album cover image.
Pretty simple, really. We made this whole record at that house that's behind us there, and we were living there. We stayed there for 3 weeks and just, made a song a day kind of thing. We just brought an engineer with us, so there's really not a lot of other people in the house with us, except for we brought a film crew to make a film of it. So we just were like, man, we want to keep all the stuff, all the creative in this 3-week period of time. And so one night after dinner, we just went out in the front yard and took that shot, and that was kind of the thing. So we always knew we wanted to have the house in the background because it was such a part of the sound, but it just made sense. And then this cover is a little bit ripped from Tom Petty Wildflowers, which we were talking about earlier. We tried to stay away from it, but the handwriting and the cream and stuff, it just made us think of that era, and probably one of our favorite records.
Now, have y'all ever created an album that quickly before in 3 weeks? That seems like a short amount of time.
Yeah, it definitely is. We've never done that. I mean, the good thing is Bear had a ton of he had all the stuff written and actually demoed out really far, so it actually gave us a fighting chance to do it, which was great. But we all keep saying to each other, like, I don't know if we'll ever go into a studio again, because it was just not only was it just like musically, we were able to really, break all the rules and do everything, but like personally, we just had a really good time doing it. Like it just felt like summer camp. So I think for us, maybe the speed, maybe we'll take a little bit more time next time, but I definitely think that the vibe that we had there, I think we'll do it again.
My favorite on the album so far is What I'm Here For. Truly, like I listened to that like 6 times in a row. And it's interesting because I think you guys said somewhere that this sort of encapsulated what the house sounded like. Is that true for this first one?
I think for sure. I mean, it's like the whole record is a little quieter probably than most of our records have been, a little less aggressive. And it really was intentional. Like the demos didn't necessarily sound that way, but when we started to make the songs, it was like, man, there's such a sweetness the way this house feels, and such a vulnerability and innocence. And so the strings and all that when we brought them in, it was like, we're not going to stack the strings. It's just going to be the 2 players, and whatever you play is going to be on the record. And so there's a lot of that sound. The kitchen was right next to the living room, so that was where we were recording, which is impossible to keep that separate all the time. So there's a lot of that if you listen closely on the record. But yeah, and I think that's sort of asking what we're here for. I think probably a lot of people were going through that during this time. A lot of the songs were written during the pandemic, and it's kind of nice to be able to record them right after you're having that feeling, instead of like, save this song for 2 years and see if it still relates. This felt very timely for us. We were still quarantined when we were making the record.
I love the line. I was really trying to mean something to someone, but at the time I just thought it was fun. I was like, damn, y'all are hitting me hard. But so many of these lyrics, I feel like, do just that, and especially even Into the Mystery. So tell me a little bit, the title track, what the inspiration was behind this one.
Yeah, I think there's several kind of like, I don't know, applications for it, but really the song first came from this idea of like, I grew up with the conservative Christian parents that were preachers and all that. And so I don't think it was their intention or their whatever, but maybe they were the product of the 80s or whatever it was. But it felt very much like love was limited to, like, as long as I behaved or stayed between these lines or followed these rules, like, then love was available. And outside of that, maybe not. And I think that played kind of a crazy amount into me, like, as I'm a new father. I've got 3 little boys, and I'm telling them I love them no matter what they do. But that's a lot easier to say than it is to do.
And again, going through all of these changes, like you mentioned, the past few years, where do you think Need to Breathe is right now?
That's a good question. I think we feel like we're playing with house money, if that makes sense. I mean, I think for a long time it was like, can you make it and can you keep doing this? And then you kind of get this freedom of like, well, even if this record's not our most successful record or whatever, can we believe in it like that? Can we think this is the best record we've made? And we definitely feel that way. Like, we feel like we're making the best songs that we've ever made, and we're the tour like that we're planning now is like the most ambitious thing we've ever done. We think it's going to be the best we've ever done. So it's cool to be in a band this long and be just as excited and hungry for the future as we are. So I'm stoked about it. And also I feel like we have to mention Josh's chest hair today is, I mean, right? Come on.
Let's go, Josh.
Man, I'm sorry. Now I feel uncomfortable. That could have been on the top.
Bear, how long have you been thinking about that?
I mean, just the last few minutes. It's been hard to answer the questions, but I was like, whoa, just distracted. The manliness.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of manliness. There's a lot of manliness going on here.
Now, you also mentioned the tour. Let's talk about that this fall. How do you prepare for this tour? And again, what's different than tours in the past?
Yeah, I think we've definitely prepared more for this tour than any that we've ever done. I think looking at the set list, I think we have 32 songs that we're trying to pull off. So it's a lot of pre-production, trying to get in there. And like we spent like a week and a half in the room, like as a garage band, just like figuring out what songs we want to play and what we want to do. And then now we're kind of chipping away at, some of the production. We have a big video wall that we're trying to incorporate and big lights. And so it's super exciting for us because, like I said, like we haven't toured like this since 2018, I believe it was. We've done some acoustic tours, so we're ready to get out and sweat and run around and leave it all on the stage. It's gonna be really fun.
And break out the chest hair. You're prepared.
Every night.
Now, before I let you go, last thing I do want to talk about is some incredible collabs on this. So we have John Foreman of Switchfoot, Natalie Henley, Carrie Underwood. How did these collabs come about? How did you decide these people for this album?
Kind of all different. The Natalie thing was, she's a great writer in town. She's in the Highwomen. and she's a great singer and all those things. But I had a bridge that was not written yet, and so selfishly, part of that collaboration was like I was hoping she'd come to the house and sing, but also help us write the bridge, which she did, which was sick. And then John is somebody like I was listening to when I was 15 years old, like I think when their first record came out. So I've always thought of him as sort of like a mentor, hero in that way, and we've become friends for a long time, but we've never written songs together. So it was cool to kind of like, I just sent him a text of a song idea. I was like, if Switchfoot and Need to Breathe ever did a song together, it should be like this. He's like, dope. And he sent me the second verse within 20 minutes maybe. So really cool. And then he got to come to the house and hang and do his parts and everything. But then we just sat around the campfire and we literally interviewed him. It's kind of 2 hours of like, what's the worst decisions you made in the band? Most embarrassing thing, all those things. So it was really a fun time for us. And then Carrie honestly wasn't until after we left the house, because I don't think I thought about a female part on that song really until I heard the mix of it. And she had just asked me to be on her record, which was incredibly intimidating and scary in all the ways, because she's such a great singer. And that went well enough, and I guess we became friendly enough that I was like, maybe we'll take a shot and see if she'll do this. And she just was super sweet about it. Like, I can't say that enough. Like, we've done this a lot of times and you never know what it's going to be like, but her first response was like, I want to do it and you can't pay me for it. And I was like, okay.
Aww.
That was pretty awesome. It's like, it felt very much like, I don't know, winning the lottery a little bit for a band, like a small town band, to have Carrie Underwood.
Obviously this house is so special to you all. Are there plans to go back here, or you think the next time it'll be a different house or a different studio, you'll leave this one behind?
We've been trying to figure out where we're gonna go. We keep flirting around with the idea of going to like the south of France and like just doing it up and having a good time, or going to just Napa or something and just having doing it. But
that's probably going to be our last record on a major label, we think. We'll see.
Really?
But possibly, who knows? That's all.
One more, you said? One more? And then
this one more on this major that we have in the contract. We've always said, like, who knows if that gets extended or what. It's like, we've always said, let's waste all the money on the house that we record in or where we go for the last record. Like, we owe this to ourselves. It's been 9 records, So hopefully South of France wins.
I was gonna say, yeah, South of France then. Let's go.
We get to the house and we're like, oh no, we forgot all of our instruments, but we got a lot of wine, so we're good.
Oh, we can't wait for that, and we can't wait to see that album cover too. I can imagine just wine, France.
We got some ideas for that. So.
Oh, Josh, Bear, congratulations again. Thank you both so much for being here. So excited for you guys. So excited for Need to Breathe. Into the Mystery, out now. Thank you guys again.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for watching. Make sure you stream all Need to Breathe's music on iHeartRadio, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.